And SERTA buses have suspended services today.
Yeah, and as Melissa was just mentioning, the commuter rail has a modified schedule right now. So Kristen Purnell is live in Providence this morning with a look kind of at the highway, if she can see through it. You know, the snowflakes look big, right? You can really see them coming down all around her. Kristen, what are the conditions like out right now in Providence?
Well, good morning, Kate and Patrick. Yeah, very big snowflakes. You can see them falling on my hat. I just ate one. You can see them falling on my mic as well. And if you squint, you can see 195 in the distance. This is right by India Point Park here in the capital city. The snowfall has definitely escalated in the last 20 minutes or so, but the wind has also really picked up. I want to show you over here just so you can get a better idea of what the visibility is looking like at this 6 o'clock hour. We have a car coming down the road right now. Obviously, there is a travel ban in effect. We've seen a few plow trucks out on this road just about 10 minutes ago, clearing that way across the bay or just right next to the bay. There were some cars parked. You can no longer see them in the distance. They're really not that far from us. So that gives you just a better idea of how low this visibility is this morning as the wind continues to whip just across the bay and across the highway as well. We had a few people in this parking lot this morning clearing off their cars. I saw someone just a few minutes ago. I don't know where they went. I hope they're somewhere inside now, but they were about to get into their cars. Now, Mayor Brett Smiley says crews were out in full force yesterday, making sure that any cars that were parked in the city were getting towed if they weren't, or ticketed if they weren't following that parking ban, but making sure they get off the streets so they can keep them clear. Here's what else he had to say yesterday.
While I know that what residents want to know is when their street will get cleared, please know that the professionals who do snow operations here in the city work 36, sometimes 48 hours without sleep, and then we start phasing in breaks, and we will stay at it. But with a storm of this proportion, they should expect on a multi-day cleanup effort.
And of course, you can see right now with the snow falling this hard, why it's going to be like many days for that cleanup. He says they are more prepared than they were last snowstorm with more vendors ready. But I'm going to send things over to Erica Ritchie. She's live for us in Cranston this morning with the latest there. Erica?
Yeah, and Kristen, for those snowplow drivers, it really is going to seem like a futile effort for a good portion of the day today, given the rate the snow is coming down here. I'm just astounded at how much it's accumulated just in the 2 hours that we've been here, going from the top of my ankle up to almost knee deep over here in Cranston in the West Bay. Similar all around this area. We're outside the Emergency Operations Center at the Rhode Island Emergency Management Agency. Inside, there are about 3 dozen or so that are monitoring situations all across the state via cameras. They're keeping an eye on all of the state roads. So far, they tell us that everyone has been very adherent to the travel ban that went into effect last night, and there have been no major issues on the roadways. They're also working with the Red Cross to coordinate and set up warming shelters in anticipation of those significant power outages. We heard Rhode Island Energy talking throughout the morning about 150,000 and upwards of individuals, residents, customers that could be without power, and so they want to make sure warming centers are open and ready to go for individuals that may be without power for several days. The governor talked about this with us last night. He said that's one of the biggest reasons why he decided to declare a state of emergency for this storm compared to the one that we had at the end of last month. Take a listen.
This one, they're saying a couple days because of the wind. They can't go up and repair something on the wires. They can't go up and take limbs off wires. Because of their own safety. So that's the reason. And it was a very not a hard decision.
Okay, so that's why we're in a state of emergency right now. I understand. I just spoke with the individual who's in charge of the command center right now. He says that everything is running smoothly. They're currently in the middle of a shift change. And right now, no major issues to report. If you do find yourself in need of assistance, he says the best thing to do is call 911 first and explain to them your situation. If you need to get to a warming shelter because you're without power, keep in mind a travel ban is still in effect.